just one more lap remaining, and look how close Modoff is. He got the slipstream.
There we go. 2 laps to settle it in the Blue Emu Firecracker 400. Whatever you got to give it now. Back to green we go.
On the final lap, side by side, they still run wheel to wheel. Now, through the snake, the S's we go. Quaro edges ahead. Modoff is still there.
White flag, 1 more to go on the Daytona 250. Keplinger leads that lap. Who's going to lead the last one?
To the line, look at that. Dave Chapman, he's going to sit there on the outside final corner. Has he got it done?
Continuing to go side by side for the lead through 3 and 4, and they manage it safely. Now through 5.
And hunting for a way by it all. Round 2 between Phil Sell and Rico.
To the outside. White flag is out side by side. They make contact in the turn number 1.
Ooh, gets him onto the brass now, down to the inside. Andy T, a little bit of a wiggle and the perfect crossover there from Polly Portson to defend the position. Andy T totally sideways. They're still sideways going into Siberia.
And getting ready to cross, he goes around the outside, but it's not enough.
Eden's up the racetrack. Cardwell down the track. A photo finish. James Eden wins it.
It's still 4 abreast into the braking zone. This is sensational racing.
And here comes Bowden. It's going to be a drag race to the end. They're side by side. Who gets it?
Williams tries to cover him off, but once again, pulling the over-under. Daniel Morad is going to win with a last quarter pass.
Newsom's coming up right there. By the corner. It's going to be pinned there.
Oliver's going to come back at him. It's going to be a race to the line. Does he have enough? Down to it.
And a wrecking in 3. Here comes Michael Cozy Jr. Michael Cozy Jr.'s got the lead.
He looks to the inside. Side by side for the race lead. Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Iowa Speedway for Racers Elite Wednesday night Xfinity Series right here on the Racers Elite Network, powered by iRacing. I am Mike Taylor up here in the booth, and tonight we have some really fun racing for you guys here, as we have some of these drivers getting ready to finish up their qualifying. I do apologize that I don't have too much of an entry. This was thrown last minute, but don't worry. We are good to go as always right here on Racers Elite. We are always ready for a very quick change, and we're here for a grand old time. I know you guys will not be able to see it, but I'm going to go ahead and go over the Xfinity Series Chase Outlook. As of right now, Sean Dunaway, he is out front with 247 points. And right behind him is always the hard-charging Stephen Luttrell, who's looking to go 3 in a row here on Racers Elite Network. He won Saturday night over at Five Flag Speedways for the Snowball Derby. And then he came back Tuesday night, last night, and won it at the trucks at Richmond. And now he's looking to go back-to-back here at Iowa. Andrew Teft, Lee Campbell, Cody Benelli will round out your top 5. And Cliff Adams, Dennis Kane, Patrick Millett. Those two are actually tied for 7th place right now. So 9th is going to be Joshua Neal. Truth Hoke is in 10th. Aaron Marquise, 11th. And Barry Nelson, 12th. Right now, that is your chase outlook for the moment. As we get ready, ladies and gentlemen, the cars are starting to line up down on pit road. Let's go ahead and take a look at your starting grid for tonight's race here at Iowa. Give me just a moment here. Just needed a little tiny reminder that it needs to pull up here. Give me just one moment. There we go. So starting on the pole, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be the one, the only, the fast Andrew Teft in his number 98 machine, with Truth Hoke onto his outside. Inside of row number 2, you have Cody Benelli, and to his outside, you have Steven Luttrell. Joshua Neal and Brandon Biddy will join row number 3, and then Cliff Adams and Curtis Ecker, they will make up row 4. Row 5, you have Kyle Hess and Aaron Marquis. Row number 6, Lee Campbell, Troy Thomas to his outside. Jonathan Stidham and Timothy Eisburn, they make up row 7. Row number 8, David Kimmins and Barry Nelson. And rounding out the field, it's going to be Sean Dunaway in that number 01 machine. So we are getting ready to go green flag racing here, ladies and gentlemen. The cars are pulling out off of the pit road now, and we're going to get ready to go green flag racing right here for the Racers Elite the Wednesday night Xfinity series. Let's go ahead and, we're going to get ready to get this thing underway. And we are in for an absolute treat here, ladies and gentlemen. 140 laps around this speedway. Andrew Teft, Truth Hoke will be bringing your field to the green flag next time by. As we take a look here at these drivers. This field is rolling around. Currently, Sean Dunaway, I am not showing that he is in at the moment. As you see the field coming out of turn 2, let me go ahead and get the paints refreshed here real quick. So the first lap is going to be a lot of gray cars, which is all right. Pace car, get ready to pull off, and we are going to get ready to go green flag racing right here in Iowa. Here they come into the start zone, ladies and gentlemen, and the green flag is out right here at Iowa. And Truth Hoke, Andrew Teft, side by side, heading down here into turn number 1. A really good start there by Truth Hoke on that outside lane, able to drive alongside of him onto the back straightaway, but Andrew Teft, he will go ahead and get out front as right behind them. Cody Benelli is working hard on Steven Luttrell on the inside. Steven Luttrell, he will fall back to that 4th spot, and now he's being attacked by Joshua Neal now in that number 82 as well. He's looking to drop Steven Luttrell back to that 5th spot on the exit of turn number 2 and down this very short straightaway, as we have a battle now for our race lead. Truth Hoke, he's looking to get on the inside and around Andrew Teft. He will lead lap number 2. Truth Hoke so far very strong in that black AC Delco Chevrolet. As we have a caution out, it's going to be for that number 60 machine of Lee Campbell in his Fastenal Ford, as he will pull away from the scene. Definitely very unfortunate there for Lee Campbell. Not the way he wanted it to start out today, but let's go ahead and go back, take a look, see what happened to Lee Campbell heading down here into turn number 1. You can see him there on the inside, and he just got into way too deep, and he will spin it around. A couple people may have made a little bit of contact there, but he will go ahead and pull away. No harm, no foul for these guys. Timothy Eisburn, I was very concerned about him because it did kind of look like he did get into him just a little bit there. As you see, a little bit of damage there, so he did get into him. So that makes me wonder the same here. As you see, Barry Nelson now in that number 28, he's also coming down. he very well could have got a little bit of damage in this as well. So as we take a look here as they come down pit road, yeah, there's probably a little bit of damage there to Barry Nelson. Alrighty. So we're going to just circle around just a couple more times here before we get going again here tonight. So far, so decent for a lot of these competitors. Very strong run so far early on here for Truth Oak in that number 55 AC Delco machine, as he made his way, to the race lead in front of Andrew Teft. But Andrew Teft, he went ahead and came down pit road, and he's going to restart back there right about that 9th position in his number 98 Jacobs Champions Ford Mustang. So he's running a little bit of a different paint scheme tonight versus what he normally does, rocking out that Racers Elite paint scheme. So a new look for Andrew Teft this week. That's what I wanted to look at. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready to throw these cars back at it. So it's going to be Truth Hope. Cody Benelli will bring the field back to the green flag. And Truth Hope out with a really good jump there. And he's going to try to bring Stephen Luttrell with him in that number 36 machine to the inside, which he is doing a phenomenal job. He's made his way up a couple spots as well. He will clear Cody Benelli there for that 3rd spot as they rocket down this back straightaway. Your top 3 will go ahead and get themselves all sorted out, as we will drop back behind as that number 42, Jonathan Stidham, goes way high, and that's going to open up the door for Andrew Teft to make his way around him and back up into that 6th spot. As you see there with Cliff Adams in that 80, he's trying to make a move now on Stidham out of turn number 2. He's going to be able to clear him, it seems, as they dive down here into turn number 3. Cliff Adams has been absolutely on a dominant force as of late here on Racers Elite Network. If he's not out there winning a race, he is usually ending up in the top 3. So he's doing a pretty decent job so far in all 4 divisions that we have here on Racers Elite. So it's definitely can't count out Cliff Adams, I apologize about that, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have not missed too much. I just realized everything was muted after I was able to reopen up my OBS. I got to really figure out what's going on with that. But I do apologize, but you guys haven't really missed too much here. Everything is nice and quiet. Truth Hoke, he is still out front. Stephen Luttrell in second. Cody Benelli third. Brandon Biddy, he's up in that fourth spot. Joshua Neal will round out your top 5. Barry Nelson in that number 28 machine for Levi Garrett. He's moved himself up 8 spots since we went green flag racing. So far a really good day for Barry Nelson. Timothy Eisburn in that number 92 machine. He's doing a fantastic job as well. Everybody is pretty much spread out at this point. The closest battle we have right now is Timothy Eisburn and Barry Nelson, and then we have that group right behind them. You know, these guys are duking it out back here for that 11th spot. As you see, that number 42, Jonathan Stidham, making his way on the inside, or trying to get on the inside of that number 41 of Aaron Marquis. Oh, Sean Dunaway is having issues, but he's went ahead and jumped to the pits. I don't think we have too much to worry about here. I think he's having some sort of mechanical issues that he's trying to get sorted out, possibly. Yeah, see, something just didn't feel right for him, so he went ahead and jumped it back to pits. But let's go ahead and come back here to this battle for 11th. As you see that number 60 machine on the inside of Curtis Ecker, he's going to pass him for the 10th spot now. As all these drivers are duking it out back here, and you know that they may not be running for the race lead, but they sure do put on a show. Coming back up here to our battle for second. Who do I have? And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be your battle for second. Brandon Biddy and Stephen Luttrell battling it out for that second spot. Biddy is able to work his way up to the second spot, so he's having a really good day so far. Let's go ahead and jump back here to Curtis Ecker and company. This here is a this is more along the lines like a 5-car battle here for your 9th spot. Actually, right there. Battle for 10. So it's got Lee Campbell right there. He's in front of all these other drivers. And you have Curtis Ecker, Aaron Marquis, Troy Thomas, and Kyle Hess all hot on his tail. All these drivers are wanting to take over that 10th spot as they circle around at a turn number 2 here for the 27th or 26th time, as they will cross over into the 27 lap mark now. These guys absolutely doing a phenomenal job here tonight, keeping these cars really close together. As you see, the 8 give that 41 a little bit of a shove up the track. And so the 41, he's going to lose not 1 but 2 spots to Curtis Ecker and Troy Thomas. And now here comes Kyle Hess. He is looking to make a run now here on the exit of turn 4, not able to make it happen. But as of right now, Curtis Ecker put a small little bumper to that 41 machine. And Curtis Ecker is saying, man, I think you're holding me up. We got to go. As they went ahead and get around them. A battle for the race lead here, ladies and gentlemen. Truth Hoke. Your battle for the race lead here. Truth Hoke on the outside. Brandon Biddy looking to take it over, and that number 30 machine, he will on the exit of turn number 2, and down here into turn number 1. Let's see if Truth Hook can hold something to him. No, he's not able to make any ground on the exit of turn 2. He will gain just a tad bit here, but not too much here, as you see Brandon Biddy keeping a decent speed out of turn number 4. Still side-by-side racing here. Really good race. I'm sorry, not side-by-side, but really good nose-tail racing here for the race lead. As I'm coming back, just keeping my eye on that battle for that 10th spot between Lee Campbell, Curtis Ecker, and company. They're all still within 1 second of each other, so those guys still currently running nose to tail. So you guys really are not missing anything over there. As we jump back here to this battle for the fourth spot, I'm sorry. Cody Benelli, he has overtaken Josh Neal in that number 82 machine, as he is slowly starting to make his way towards the front. And now that we are just about, working lap number 33 now, how much tires have these guys used up, and just about how far can these guys go on a set or on a fuel run? That's going to be probably one of the ultimate questions that we're going to have to wait to find out here as we continue to march around Iowa Speedway. Nice and easy here for Cody Benelli. He's starting to pull away from Joshua Neal here. But right now, Brandon Biddy in that number 30 machine, he is holding it nice and steady right in front of Truth Hoke for the time being. He's not necessarily pulling away, but Truth is not catching up either. It looks like Truth Hoke has a better run on the ends, or on the run getting into the corner, but Biddy, he just has such a better exit. As it looks like we are showing the correct paint schemes, unless if my trade-in paints is acting up, which it does from time to time. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and just do that. Come to here. Let's definitely get a refresh here. Alrighty, so here you come. So Truth Hoke now right back to the back bumper of Brandon Biddy. He's looking to retake the lead. Almost gets into the back of him, but he is able to stay off of him, as he will fall back to just about 3 car length separation now for that race lead. So Truth Hoke dove a little too deep in, and he was able to not get in the back of Biddy, as these drivers are racing for the race lead currently, as we are coming to complete lap number 38. So Truth Hoke, very strong early on. Definitely a series that he's really good in. I see that he struggles in other vehicles, but man, let me tell you, when it comes to these Xfinity cars, Truth Hoke is definitely a name that you want to keep in mind, as he gets a run here on the back straightaway on Brandon Biddy. He's looking to go around the outside, not able to get a full start to get around him, as he gets up into the wall, and he's going to fall back a little bit, and that might open up the door for Stephen Luttrell and that 36 machine to attack. But Brandon Biddy, it seems like he was able to go ahead and get himself reorganized here on the exit, so he's definitely doing a decent job here at the moment in that number 55, getting that recovery done. We take a look here at a couple of these drivers as they come down the front straightaway. Really good battle back here. Really good battle back here for this 10th and 11th spot still. As you see, Troy Thomas was able to almost completely drive around Curtis Ecker there for that 11th spot. He will do it. And here comes Aaron Marquis in that number 41 looking on the inside of Curtis Ecker. And he will drag race him down the back straightaway now. He will clear him into turn number 3. And here comes Kyle Hess now working on the inside of the 8 machine out of South Williamsport. Hess not able to do anything with it there. But as we jump back up here to your race lead, we now have a 4-car battle for the race lead. Truth Hope getting up into that wall again. And that's going to open up the door for Stephen Luttrell and that number 36 machine to get to the inside as they come out of turn number 2. Brandon Biddy still holding off the hard-charging Truth Hope, Stephen Luttrell, and Cody Benelli in that number 19 machine. All 4 of these drivers are doing a phenomenal job keeping pace here with each other, not really allowing each other to pull away. As you see, Luttrell, he is now looking on the inside of the 55 of Truth Hope. He had to pull up or pull off just a little bit there, so he didn't get into him. But here comes Truth Hope. Big dive down into turn number 3 for that race lead. As you see, that 36 of Stephen Luttrell, he's looking to take over that second spot. Let's come back here and take a look at that big dive for the race lead, entering in